minutes ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Denver Broncos. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
The ball carrier.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Block working out of the gun. He'll fire one down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A gain of 5.
So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Rolling to his right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brought down.
It looked like they felt like there was just way too much traffic, so instead of trying to run through the pile on 3rd and goal, they tried to take it outside. But how about that pursuit by the defense? Way too much for them, and they held him up short of the line of scrimmage and the goal line.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it. Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score. Broncos 7, Eagles 0. kickoff.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Wentz. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
On 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy Horsford.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Shotgun snap to Locke. Out quickly to Judy. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Still going. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, Locke. Forced out to his left. This is the tight end Fant. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Davion Taylor. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Miles Sanders.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Working from the gun, Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Wentz now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Eagles 10, Broncos 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Gordon. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Lock. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Lock. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Lock going for it all. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Brings up
normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Lock. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jannard Avery with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Garvin. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Wentz going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This one caught by Ridley. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Watch twist. 61, matchbox, right.
From the gun, Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Operating from the gun, Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Block off of play action. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
Lining up for the extra point.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Broncos 17. Eagles 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's a gain of
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Throwing is Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
From the gun, Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe. Now a hit and a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Another run here with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. That is incomplete.
On the keeper.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 28. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Philadelphia.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's got some space here.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll get this to Ward. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Sanders
got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st down, Eagles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
18 on the play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
29 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the red zone now, Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Now Sanders. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Intercepted.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 2, Locke got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Gordon as they go to him again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Today's final score.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Denver, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the playoff